Hey guys, I am Dr. Avinash Dal. I am the Chief Cardiovascular and Thoracic Surgeon at Virinji Hospital, Hyderabad. And I must welcome you today for this Cardiovascular Professionals Week. So, being a cardiovascular professional, the advantage that I will get is that I will be heard today. My only request today is that you must help me to help you. And how are you going to help me? You are going to help me by hearing me out today. And there are only very few points which I am going to raise today. As you know, you must have heard a lot of talks about prevention, but there are very few things we really actually follow. It's very simple actually. In prevention, there are some don'ts. One is, the most important don't is don't smoke. Smoking should be avoided. Tobacco in every form should be avoided. Control your diabetes. Don't let it be uncontrolled. We'll control your diabetes to such a level that the sugar is never very high. The HbA1c is well under control, and that will reduce your cardiovascular diseases. The blood vessels don't become thicker and thicker with time, and you don't get heart attacks common if you have your diabetes well under control. And last is also that you have to control your obesity. So we are becoming an affluent country slowly, and although we are called as third world country and many of our people are still poor and still in the poverty, below the poverty line, but many of the people are getting affluent, and with the affluence comes one major thing is obesity. And once we have obesity, it doesn't go off easily. It takes a lot of time and struggle to take it off. And obesity gives a lot of metabolic effects, like effects on diabetes, effects on heart disease, effects on cholesterol, and all these will affect you eventually. There are some other things which are do's. I've told you what things you should avoid, but there are some things which you should do. And first thing that you should do is have a regular exercise. So in the younger age, you can do a lot of good exercises are there. Running is good, walking is good. Walking 20 minutes is very nice, and you should sweat a little bit in that. I'm not saying go and do heavy gymming and heavy type of becoming a gym rat and become so obsessed with 2 hours or 3 hours of workout. But a basic exercise of at least 20 minutes to 1 hour per day or at least thrice a week will help you in preventing the cardiovascular disease. The blood vessels will remain more supple, the cholesterol deposition will come down, and you will have much more benefits in the long term. As you grow older, you cannot do anything much more than walking or cycling. So at that time, you can even think of other exercises like yoga is a very good exercise for elderly people, and Tai Chi, which is there, is a very good exercise also, which involves breathing. Because when a person becomes above 70 or 80, he may not be able to do the same exercise which you can do when you are 50, 40, 30 or 20. So that's the thing. But right from the younger age, exercise has to be a cultivated situation. Next is, don't stop your medications with yourself. You have to take your medicines, you have to take your tablets, and if the tablets are prescribed, they're prescribed for a certain reason. Especially there are some tablets like blood thinners or tablets to reduce the cholesterol, which are very important in the long term. The short-term effect may not be that much, but long-term effect is very important. So it's very important to have continuous tablets for blood pressure or tablets for diabetes. All these medications have to be taken very regularly, and you have to follow it very sincerely. And actually some people, they go into a situation where we do preventive medication. We prevent diseases to come in by giving the medication. So you can meet your physicians and your cardiologists and your cardiovascular professionals to help you in this matter also. Thirdly is you must have regular checkups. Checkups are very important because we can see from outside, we may be able to measure the blood pressure with BP apparatus available in market, but how will you know what is going on inside the body? How will you know what is the chemical structure of the body? How will you know what's the cholesterol, what's the blood sugar going up? And this is something which you have to, I will tell you one interesting thing. I'm not diabetic and I don't have any diabetes in the family, but I don't know what stress it was, but I suddenly found my sugars were high. Why? Because I checked it. And now with only with diet and exercise, my sugar has come to below normal level, and I'm still working with that, and I'm fine with it. One more do is, which you should do, which is additional, is go for meditation and prayer. So meditation and prayer is there in every religion. I don't have to say what kind of meditation, what kind of prayer, whatever is suiting your religion, whatever is suiting your belief. And if you are not believing in anything, even then plain meditation is very good because that brings down the blood pressure. It is described, there are scientific studies for that, and I think you should very well take care into it. So most important is prevention. We want to prevent things. See, that is the difference between business and medicine. In business, we want more people to come and be patients. We want patients not to become patients. Human beings should not become patients. So we want to prevent that. That's more important for the future because the amount of money that we are spending on treatment is very high. So we have to prevent this thing. We have to prevent us falling sick, from losing our days with our family, losing our days from work, and losing our days on enjoyment also. So that's more important now. I think that most important message is that it is important that prevention has to be on a higher pedestal than just treatment. So with that, I think that's my conclusion for this cardiovascular professional week. I think I wish you all the best of health, provided of course I wish that you take care of your health. That's my most important message today. Thank you.
Virinchi Hospitals. Right to science.